Good afternoon, Saintlanders. How are you? I didn't make a video yesterday because in my sleep the night before last, the broken tooth about which I told you, I think on Sunday or Friday last week, bit my tongue. On the right hand side of my tongue is all swollen up, and the wound continually scrapes against the offending tooth. And yesterday I couldn't talk, I couldn't do anything. So I'm going to keep this video very, very, very brief. I want to talk to you briefly, if I haven't used that word already, about this Janusz Walus thing. It's heartbreaking. You know, I made a little, what have I done with it? Oh, just let me pause. I put my notes down in the wrong place. There we go. I made some notes. Oh, excuse me. Just by the way, to be clear, this is not the video that I'm going to make. Remember, I did a part 1 on Janusz Walus, and then I said there would be a part 2, and I'd compare it to the events of the Twin Towers. That'll come. I just need to get my mouth right properly. Very briefly, he came to South Africa from Poland in 1981. He assassinated Chris Hani on the 10th of April 1993. He was not granted amnesty under the Truth and Reconciliation process, as so many other killers from the apartheid state and from the so-called liberation movements did. On the 10th of March 2016, I should tell you that he was originally sentenced to death, and that sentence was commuted to life imprisonment, and there was no luck with the TRC. On the 10th of March 2016, the Pretoria High Court ruled that Walus should be released on parole, but nothing happened. In May 2017, the Minister of Justice, so that's 14 months later, the Minister of Justice, Michael Masuta, applied to the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein to have the parole that was granted by the Pretoria High Court overturned. Judgment was reserved, in other words, they didn't make a decision, on a technicality. The technicality being the submission of the victim statement, a flaw, an error, a procedural irregularity in the submission of the victim statement by the Hani family. In other words, there was nothing done wrong on the Walus side, or on the side of the Pretoria High Court. No, the people opposing his parole messed up. So, no decision. Lovely, right? Convenient, right? In August 2017, the Supreme Court of Appeal overturned that parole that had been granted by the Pretoria High Court. On the 16th of March 2020, the then new Minister of Justice, Ronald Lamola, denied Walus parole. Never mind courts, I, Minister of Justice, take it upon me to deny him parole. On Friday the 18th of November 2022, I beg your pardon, not Friday the 18th of November, Monday the 21st of November. Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, representing the Constitutional Court, said Lamola's refusal to grant Janusz Walus parole was irrational and that he must be released within 10 days. So, we go Tuesday the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th today. Tuesday the 29th, yesterday. Wednesday the 30th is today. He should have been released before tomorrow. But yesterday he was the victim of an attempted murder in Pretoria's C-Max prison. And one South African newspaper conducted an interview with one of his neighbors, one of the occupants of a neighboring cell on his, whatever you would call it, level, story, his section. And that guy said he couldn't get over it because such things never happened without gang approval. And he, apparently speaking as a gang leader, said, for sure, we did not approve of this. It's unheard of. For another neighbor to believe that he could do such a thing, completely contrary to the ethics, if you like, or the rules that prevail among the prisoners. I put it to you, ladies and gentlemen, that the video that we made the other day on this subject is being endorsed. I don't say confirmed. I don't say that this is proof positive. I don't say that our claim the other day that the reason why Jacob Zuma's daughter said after Janusz Walus was granted parole by the Constitutional Court that people should start cleaning their rifles. In other words, that it was assassination time. I don't say that that assertion by me is proven and is irrefutable by virtue of what has since happened. The assertion was that the reason she would say something like that is that the African National Congress and the National Party both ultimately stood behind the murder or the killing of Chris Hani, the assassination, if you like. And that assertion was not a Saatlander's policy statement. It was me sharing with you the insight given to me by two separate people, roughly 27 years apart, on what really was the motive behind Chris Hani's murder, and you can go and watch that video. So this is not proof positive. However, I put it to you that it is looking more likely rather than less likely that there is some validity to the assertion by me that if Janusz, that, excuse me, I beg your pardon, it's very difficult to swallow because my tongue is swollen up from the wound, and therefore, firstly, it's difficult because it's swollen, and secondly, it now grinds against that that sharp shard of tooth. I'm going to end the video there. I think that I've said more than enough for anybody to comprehend the point that I'm trying to make, even if I haven't been able to finish all of my sentences very well, because frankly I'm a bit preoccupied by what's going on in here. Yeah, it's tragic, absolutely tragic. But it certainly appears as if somebody put that guy, that who stabbed him yesterday, up to it. Let me leave it there. I'm conscious of the fact that I'm not completing my trains of thought very well, but I'm pleased that I did get this video out today. Hopefully within a day or two, I'm sure that I'll make a video again tomorrow, and hopefully within a day or two we will resume normal service, and hopefully I've done some terrific, really great research, and hopefully we'll be able to do the part 2 of the Janusz Walus World Trade Center attacks comparison videos within again, hopefully a day or two, at least by the end of the week, one hopes. Okay, well, that would be the end of the week, 2 days from now. Anyway, thanks very much, everybody, for watching, and keep well. Bye-bye.